Hello and welcome back to my Eruption Shame. This time for October 2023. And this is a video where we quickly have a look at the Humble, Prime, and, well, bundles around for this month. So yay, I suppose. Oh boy. October is the spooky month. Which means it's also the month where there's more horror games. So, let's get this over with. First up, we have the Quarry Deluxe Edition. Oh, well, this just doesn't look like my thing. As the sun sets on the last day of summer camp, teenage counselors of Hackett Quarry throw a party to celebrate. No kids, no adults, no rules. And Kings take a turn for the worst. Yeah, no, it's an AMV horror game. No. No. Alright, next one is Metal Hellsinger, an action-adventure game. Okay. So, it's not a horror, I don't think, but it looks like it, ooh. Interesting. It looks like a horror. But in a way I could probably handle, which is good. So, Metal Hellsinger, Song of Destruction, a rhythmic FPS, where you shoot will be enhanced by, the beat will enhance your gameplay experience. aka like beats per minute. Okay. Yes, exactly like beats per minute. Alright, so that's pretty good. Ooh, and it's got System of Down guy, and it's got, oh actually, okay. Lamb of God. Oh yeah, this should be interesting. Yes, okay, so this is a good pickup. Whereas this makes me want to rip my eye. Then we got Dark Pictures Anthology House of Ashes. I mean, yep, it's another horror game. Yay. Not just any though, this is like the third or fourth time we've gotten one of these games. I thankfully have not rolled one on my mountain yet. Unfortunately, the more of these games we get, the worse it becomes. Okay. Referral Link Escalation. Now, this is made by the people who made Plague Inc., which is basically a game where you have a plague, and that plague is ravaging the world. You are the plague. You control your plague. I have heard of Referral Link. I don't think I own it, thankfully. And basically, they're using similar gameplay, but they're making it so you're running a rebel insurgency of some description. It sounds fun. I think I'd class this as a good thing too. A little bit cheap on the cheaper end of things, but that's okay. Not everything needs to be a headliner, and it's something that people may or may not have already had, like actually purchased. So that's not too bad. Spirit of the Island, a life simulator. A friend of mine was really excited about this one. I already own it, so I'm less excited. I mean, if it's got co-op, which it apparently does have online co-op. So that's good. That's good. Well, that's something, I suppose. Realistically, if it's a co-op game, that means I can give it away to my friends pretty damn easily and have someone else to play with. So I'd say that's a pretty good pickup. I do like life sim. Even a mediocre life sim can be good for a little bit of a romp, so that's okay. Lords and Villains. Now, I looked this one up before. It's sort of got like a Prison Architect or RimWorld style look to it and feel to it. However, it has recently plunged from high ratings, well, high enough, mostly positive, all the way down to mostly negative. Granted, that is only on 11 reviews, but it does make you wonder. So yeah, this is very much a Prison Architect style game. Okay, most people just saying feels unpolished, can't start the game. Game is crap, storage system broken. Okay, fair enough. But yes, I don't know. I've never really gotten into one of these Prison Architect style games. They're often too much micromanaging for what you get out of them, but I could be wrong. I am looking forward to playing more RimWorld. I did play RimWorld a pirated copy of it ages ago to see if I'd like it, and it turns out I did like it. I was planning on making a series of RimWorld at one point when we get to that point, but it hasn't came yet. Now I do own it because I pirated it. Basically, I really liked it, and I was like, well, now I've got to buy it. So I didn't play it anymore in the pirated version, and then I waited a fairly long time. Finally bought it on sale on Fanatical, so I might just play a game of RimWorld, to be honest. But yeah, I don't own this game, so okay, we'll see, we'll see. Juggler's Tale. It's funny because I only just recently got this on my mountain. The episode isn't out yet, but I did play it. It sort of gave me horror game vibes without actually being a horror game. So, okay. Juggler's Tale has a very similar gameplay style to another game I just got on my mountain just recently called Inside. You'll probably see in a couple of months' time. So it's a very beautiful game with a not necessarily honest narrator. At least I don't think he is. There's something about the actual narrator, the puppeteer, who I do not trust. And finally, we have Mr. Prepper. From what I can tell, this is a Fallout Shelter style sort of like manage your doomsday bunker sort of deal. Now, I've had this on my wishlist for a very long time, but I never bought it because the price wasn't right and the time wasn't right. So getting this for free is probably a good thing. Or, well, not free, but including the Humble Bundle is okay. Overall, there's 4 things in this bundle I don't care about. There's 4 things in this bundle I at least sort of care about. 2 things on my wish list. The bundle itself is okay, but oh god damn it. That means I'm going to have to add The Quarry and Dark Pictures Anthology to my mountain, and I don't like that. Oh well. Oh well. Let's have a look at the Prime games, shall we? So, the Prime games for last month are still currently on, including 100 Days, Dexter Stardust, Shotgun King, Ozymandias, and a few others. It should also be said they have re-uploaded a bunch of classic games again. They're still here as well, so if you haven't claimed those, make sure to get those as well. But let's have a look at what's actually meant to be coming out this month. Starting on October 5th on Amazon Prime is Grund. Grund, a handcrafted mystery adventure where you travel through a town that appears ordinary. It doesn't have horror on its tags, but it definitely looks and feels horror. So, okay. A noir sci-fi fusion. You know what? Considering I've never heard of this game before, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Okay. Next is Ghostwire Tokyo. We've already gotten this before, I believe, from Epic. And I believe we're gonna get it again from Epic this time. Do I own this actually? I should check. Oh no, I own it outright, which means I probably got it in a bundle, probably a humble bundle. Okay. Which means at least I'm not adding another horror game into my pile with this. But it is a horror game. It's made by Bethesda. It's, well, published by Bethesda. Made by Tango Gameworks. I think that for a Prime game, that's pretty high quality, because usually Prime is full of nothing but, I mean, not to say it, like second-rate titles a lot of the time. Now, this one, though, it's a very positive game, AAA, fairly expensive, like really fairly expensive. So you know what? Yes. Yes. The next game coming out on the 12th is... Oh. Okay, now this is a horror game I don't have. The Coma 2 Vicious Sisters. Hopefully Para will be able to join me for this one, because otherwise I don't know how I'm going to make it through. Lovely. Then we have one I can actually speak highly of on the 12th as well, which is Monster Camp, Monster Prom 2. Now, Monster Prom, the original one, is a multiplayer dating sim-ish. It's not so much a dating sim as it is a collectathon. The idea is you're meant to read and go through all of the quote unquote funny scenes. I actually do find them quite funny. And just, yeah, explore, try to unlock as many of the scenes as possible. And yeah, it's not so much about dating, because realistically, it's just not. Um, there is obviously a dating element, but since it's a co-op game, they didn't really go into too much detail on that. Now, Monster Camp is very similar, and unlike the other game, Monster Road Trip, that's came out as well, it is still focused on the more core gameplay loop of gaining stats, getting events, and dating people. So, as far as you can tell, it's about the same length as Monster Prom was, and it's pretty good. It is actually pretty good. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's a decent pickup if you don't have it. Unfortunately, since this is Prime, it's very hard to give these games away as this one is a GOG code. I don't know if it's got cross-platform multiplayer or not. But yeah, this will be a GOG code apparently. Next we have the Texasist, which of course I have played recently, and I was terrible at it. So there's that. I could have sworn this one was already given out on Prime at some point, but who knows? This is coming out on October 19th. You can watch my video about the Texasist if you would like. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Next one is another horror game, which another one I've already owned thanks to multiple bundles over the time. Golden Light, another horror game. Thanks, guys. Thanks. This will be on the 19th. And finally, we have something weird. Something called Super Adventure Hands. Which, depending on how difficult it is to control, because it may be that, it could be either good or bad. Okay. It looks like a little bit of a little fun sort of like toy puzzle physics simulator. Not really my sort of thing, but that's okay. So yeah, Humble and Prime. I mean, it's not horrible, but I gotta say, the scary month is never my favorite. So there's that. Now, obviously, we're still gonna look at the bundles too, but I gotta say there wasn't that many bundles for this month currently either. The best one is probably this one here. Awesome indies from the Humble Games. Now, I own a lot of these already. The lower ones down here. I've played Fey Tactics on my mount before. I own Ring of Pain. I own Void Bastards. I don't think I own Inkenfell. I'm pretty sure I have Flynn, Son of Crimson on Epic or something, but okay. Archvale I don't have that. I played that on my mountain as well, really loved it, but then it got taken off the Humble Games. Wild at Heart and Moonscars. Moonscars I believe did I play Moonscars? Yes, I think I did on the Humble Games app. So not a bad bundle. Kind of very broad, and it's nice to see them all in one place. So yeah, fair enough. Then we have the Get in Your Own Head, get your head in the game VR bundle. Now, obviously, if you've got VR, you'll know if this is worth it or not straight away just by looking at the games. If you own them, then yeah. If you don't, then yeah. There's your answer, one way or another. The only ones I can speak to here are obviously Rick and Morty Virtual Reality. It is quite good. It's basically just like playing through an episode of Rick and Morty. It's got some few contrivances, but overall it's fairly fun. Could have done with a little bit more scope. It's made by the Job Simulator guys, so it's got shall we say, it's got a feeling to it. Then I Expect You to Die 2, which is obviously the sequel to I Expect You to Die 1. I haven't played 2 yet, but I have played the original and really, really loved it. So, yes. And it also looks like there's a few horror games here as well, so, yeah. Then we have the City Skylines bundle, which I don't see. I see why they're doing it, right? Because the sequel is coming out, and they want to release this in advance. But quite frankly, with the sequel coming out, I don't know why you'd want to get this, because I know there's probably a lot more. There's probably a lot more content for City Skylines 1 at the moment, but City Skylines 2 should hypothetically be better than 1, hypothetically. I'd probably wait to see what happens on October 24th. You could buy this and just make sure you lower the price first, because you can lower it down to this tier down here, from there to there. But yeah, I don't know. I am talking to someone who already owns a lot of City Skylines, so that might also color my feelings. But yes, then we have the Control the Narrative bundle. Not a bad bundle, but I already owned a lot of this stuff too. Beyond the Steel Sky is meant to be very good. So yes, I've played Tales from the Borderlands. That was fantastic. Obviously, you've got some very well known games here as well, like Beyond Two Souls. Well, I mean, technically, there's a few here. And then we got a couple of interesting ones. Before Your Eyes, I believe I played this on my channel. If not, I did play it in general. It's very interesting, where it relies on you blinking and stuff. If that's yeah. Basically, you go through a life and you're blinking to control it using your webcam. It's very unique. Probably not long enough, but it's quite fun. And then we've got Imposter Factory, which is the sequel to the Moon and Finding Paradise, both of which are often in bundles, so you probably own or could buy them. I haven't played Imposter Factory yet, but I love To the Moon and I love Finding Paradise, and I can definitely suggest the series. I believe this is going to be here because the beach episode is going to be coming out. And apparently, that's the end of the To the Moon series, which is a little concerning, but oh well. And finally, we have the Untold Tales of Adventure bundle. So yeah, nothing really sticks out to me here. I owned a lot of these games already, but none of them are really things that really stuck in my head. So yeah, obviously remember, lower that price if you are not just doing it for charity. If you are doing charity, of course you can go higher, but if you are doing that, make sure you adjust your donations, because realistically, if you go custom amount, yeah, you can change how much goes to everyone. So you want to add a little bit more charity, you can, because the idea that at this level, it's still only $7.75. Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to pay the extra, just that up a little bit. But yes, so yeah, that's all right. Now to the Fanatical bundles. We have the Prestige Collection. The Prestige Collection is as it would be shown, or would be, expected. Generally, their highest level games. They're also generally the most expensive, so just keep that in mind before you buy this one. Obviously, good, if not overly bundled games in here. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, I think that's new. Skyrim, everyone's played Skyrim, but if you don't, yep, they're always having it here. Pathfinder, Outward, Wasteland 3. There's a bunch of interesting games here. The Tenants, House Flipper. So yeah, if you don't own these games, the Prestige Collection, well, it's a little bit more expensive than some of Fanatical's usual offerings. It can be a pretty good way of getting a deal if you're looking for things which are usually quite expensive. Then we have the Build Your Own Slayer Bundle X. Now, once again, I own most of these, but even if I didn't, a lot of them, they just don't really stick with me in general. Like, they're okay, but there's nothing I really talk about in too much depth. Like, this Just Die Already has been given out so many times, and I just don't have any interest in it. So, sorry. So yeah. Oh well. Which is essentially a full of anime games, which is fine. I have bought the Build Your Own Bento bundle many times before. But this one feels a little bit light on both the random visual novels, and also I don't know. I just don't like this particular lineup as much. It should be said, if you're looking for some good stuff, RFL is very, very good. I played through the entire thing on my channel. It's a surprisingly good, surprisingly competent JRPG made on RPG Maker. Perfect Gold is meant to be very good, and yeah, a few other titles here and there. Like some people really love Long Live the Queen. I never got into it that much. Some people really like The Letter. Once again, not really a big fan of horror, so yeah. Then we got your Build Your Own Retro Bundle. Now, this one is literally filled to the brim with retro games. This is the same sort of stuff you probably find on Amazon Prime. I haven't had a good chance to look through this game bundle yet, but on my first glance, there wasn't really anything that stuck out as me as games that I am very, very nostalgic about. Which isn't to say that it's bad, of course. But there's definitely a lot more bigger names in retro games they could have decided to go with. So have a look at them, see if you like them. I must say, one of the most funny ones here is this one down here, Super 3D Noah's Ark. It's as bad as it looks, but it's also, they actually, yeah, they licensed the Wolfenstein engine. I think they licensed it, but they're using the Wolfenstein engine for it, and it's kind of hilarious that they made their own first-person shooter. It's like all disturbingly religious and disturbingly like, yeah, but with an engine for a game that's like totally not. So that's pretty funny. And finally, in Fanatical, we have the Fanatical Favorites bundle. As it suggests, a lot of these games have already been bundled before. BPM is obviously the game I was talking about being similar to the other game that we did in the Humble Bundle, the Metal Terror, or whatever it was called. Rain World, meant to be very good, a little bit hard. And there's a few other ones here, Dead Island, the 5th edition, etc., etc. But overall, it's okay. Nothing too crazy here. I don't think I jumped out of my way to get it in too much depth. So yeah, all good. And that is the end now. So thank you for joining me. This has been my Eruption of Shame, where we very quickly look through all the games on offer in Humble, Prime, and various bundle sites. So if you liked what you saw here, don't forget to like and such. I'll just come back next week. Not next week, next month. And we're getting closer to the Jingle Jam and other big Christmas bundles coming out as well, which should be good. Apart from that, I'm continuing Chained Echoes this time next week, so that'll be fun. Enjoy that. Still playing more Skyrim, still playing more Dave the Diver, all pre-recorded for those, but they're still good series, I think. And of course, there's still Mountain of Shame coming out every so often too. So thank you for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye. And be sure to tell me, what do you like? Did you like this? What do you like and not like about this bundle? Do you think it's a good bundle? Yeah. See ya.